Do you want to tell me how it is there?
Well, I think it's good. They have really caught up with. I felt like when I started making videos about OctoWoW, whenever I said something was happening or they were behind on some kind of content, or there was something with the launch, or there was something with the roadmap, and I made a video. As soon as I finished that video and uploaded it, they had already addressed the issues basically. So I felt like I was always, and I still feel like I'm always behind. Even my latest videos, it's like now they just recently opened up a PvP server, and all the servers seem to still be growing slightly.
Yep,
it was
I
growing
have seen
faster.
that as well.
Yeah, it was growing faster to begin with. It's still growing, but in the beginning it was growing with like 100 people in like a day, and now we are sitting at around. So last I checked, somebody said 2,300 or something on the PvE server, around 700, 700 on the PvP server, and around 400 to 500 on These are numbers that I'm getting from my community, and I know there are different, at different times, the peak hours are at late at night from where I am. So I don't I'm not necessarily online at the peak hours, but it's around that population number.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's about the same number I have about it, so about 3,000, 3,500 or something I heard. Yeah, that's cool. I'm asking like this because as you know, I made this video. We talked about the video I made when the server went live, and I warned people about the server with my video I made.
Yeah, but I was also, very hesitant at the beginning. I actually held off because I spoke a lot with the community, what's it called, the guys and the community Discord, who also has a lot of knowledge. But even though they said that it's not really an issue, it was a thing. Apparently, it is a thing that has always been there with the old version of the Turtle WoW launcher.
Yeah.
And it's a long time ago that I can't even remember. But I guess my Windows Defender also flagged from back in the day. But I was still unsure of it. So I also texted you on Discord and asked you about it. And I actually held off from playing OctoWoW for a long time, and I think a lot of people still are, holding off. And I don't know anything for sure. But now I've taken the chance, downloaded the launcher, and I'm playing it, and I haven't had any problem up until now, and I hope I don't get any problems. But I don't think there is any problems, if I'm honest, with the launcher. I think it is a false flag, because at least that's what the majority of people have told me. And I think even you mentioned as well, the developers said this themselves, and they actually pointed out that you shouldn't trust anyone, and that can backfire in a way, because that can garner some trust with the community, because they are not they're not trying to convince you to play, right? But that can also backfire in a way that it maybe sounds like play on your own risk. But I think they know that there isn't really any issue with this launch. But again, none of us know for sure. But I don't think there is any problems. It's a false flag. That's from my point of view, of course.
No, that's absolutely right what you say. That's also something I'm saying in the video I made there. I showed the scans of Virus Total of the old launcher, and I also said in the video that this is part of the old TotalWoW client as well. It's part of all old clients. The thing is, which was really bugging me, was the fact that it's the old vanilla client which has these problems with it, which enables harmful actions on your computer. And the combination of this technical issue with a fully anonymous team on a product which is highly emotional for people, because TotalWoW just died at the moment they released it, was just something which really reminded me of scams in the crypto scene. And that was the intention why I made the video back in the day. Because I also said at the end of the video, play OctoWoW, just be sure about the risks you can have there. That's the thing. I mean, nowadays the server is live for, I don't know, 1 month, 2 months up to now, and nothing happened. Nothing happened in this time. So this, in my opinion, gives more credit to the team, because they haven't rained wallets yet with the keylogger the old client has, for example. As you said before, we don't know for sure. We don't know if this might happen in the future. Another case was Nostrum WoW, which also recently just did a small version of a little honeypot scam at the end, and they just disappeared. No one knows if this is true, but we can talk about it in a second. And those risks are just always there in the private server scene with those clients. It's something we can't prevent. So what I was trying to do with the video with the community, basically, I didn't want to bash on your server or something like this. I like TotalWoW myself, so if someone wants to play a version of it, which is good, then that's cool for me. It wasn't my intention to bash on your server. It was my intention to show people that there are risks with it, that risks like this can happen. And
I don't hold any. I'm not attached to any private server. I don't work together with any of the developers. Of any of these private servers. So for me, I have no attachment at all. in any sort of. So it's not like I feel like this is my server. I could just as well be playing on Capybara. I could just as well be playing on what's it called, Sandworms or Ascension WoW or something. But yeah, I'm taking, maybe some people will say I'm taking a chance with this one, but it's, for me, from what I've seen, it's the same. You could say.
Hello, Joseph. If you want full screen, I also stream in horizontal. So we know that. I'm listening to a podcast about two YouTubers talking about the safety of this server.
All of that happened, and I ended up following White Kidney, because White Kidney, he broke up and created Light's Hope, and I was like, yeah, maybe they did some shady stuff. I think a lot of shady stuff happens behind the scenes in the private server scene, but the same with Blizzard. A lot of shady stuff happens with Blizzard, streaming breast milk and stuff. So there's always, some, I wouldn't say rotten eggs, because I think people can change, and we don't know everything. We just have to admit we don't know everything, right? And maybe, they made a bad choice and bad decision. And
mic test, yes, it's working.
All I can say is everything from what I've experienced on WoW, and also from everything I've experienced here on OctoWoW. I haven't experienced any shady stuff myself. And also a lot of people in the beginning about WoW, a lot of people called out the game masters for being extremely aggressive and constantly trying to moderate the world chat. If people were talking anything about politics or swearing or something, they could I never experienced that myself either. So yeah, I can only speak from my own experience. I haven't really had any bad experiences with private servers.
Hey, I know you're going to get 2.3 to 3.4 views. Do you mean views? Viewers?
It's something I read a lot at the moment. I have read this as criticism on WoW, from especially Reddit and Discord, but it's also something I see a lot in my comments, which they say about Ascension. They say it also on Capybara. They say it basically everywhere. So is this something that it's always the same people who get banned, who probably can't communicate?
Yeah, you are one, so I thank you. Thank you, sir.
Down on that, because I can for sure also see some people trying to push the borders constantly of what they can get away with.
I'm just gonna get another beer after I kill this scorpion.
See how much I can push it, but also I can definitely also see I think what's it called, the JGM Gaming or someone, I can't remember what his. Let me just find him.
Have you tried playing on this server?
Been following this guy, yeah, JGM Gaming, I think is his channel. Yes, it is. And he got okay, but he got banned from Capybara WoW on his hunter. He just reached level 60 on his hunter, and then he got permanently banned from Capycraft. And he doesn't know what happened, and because they're Chinese, the communication, I think he'll have a lot of trouble trying to remove.
Yeah, a Swedish guy I follow a little. He got a 7-day ban on Capybara because he was AoE farming with his mage. So yeah, Capybara, it's a crappy server, it seems, when they banned for that. Oh, yeah, those numbers would be cool to have. Is my voice loud enough, by the way? Or is it too high?
Messages are encrypted. It goes through the community server or the community Discord, but they do a fireside talk in game. I haven't participated in that yet, but I think this is something they do weekly or something on the server, where you get to talk with the lead developers inside of the game. So, and then you can voice your opinions and stuff.
Yeah, by the way, if you want full screen, change to the other stream. If you want like a full game stream.
Connected with their, the community.
Pattern.
Much more than Blizzard. So I like that aspect.
Leatherworking, big voodoo cloak. Oh.
I see, yeah. One more point, because you talked about the ping. I made a video how you can reduce your ping on Capycraft if someone is interested in that. It's about manpower, which you already said, but it's also paid service, which I show up there. If someone is interested, you can look into it, but just on the side here. Yeah. And on OctoWoW, what's your level right now? I've seen you streamed a little bit there.
I'm level 32 right now on my Paladin.
That's good. That's good because I know you're at that as well, so time is limited. That's good progress there.
Thank you. Well, I've been taking it slow because I wanted to level most of the way to 60 on stream. So I've been holding off a little bit and playing some other games and not going hardcore, but trying to wait till I actually have the time to stream it so that I can show my the way I level. I'm experimenting again. I made a video long ago about a vampire AoE build, which is just gathering a ton of this vampirism. That is a rare stat.
Okay, so I need to resend this item to my guildmate.
A specific stat called vampirism.
Maybe I should do it now, so I don't forget.
Based on the damage you deal. And it doesn't scale with all damage, but it scales with some damage output. And for Paladins, it scales with consecration. And there has been minor adjustments to consecration over the years. Now consecration scales better with spell power and such. So I experimented back on WoW with a build where you
Is there a mailbox here? Yeah, here.
read them down and having like stacking this.
Oh, goddamn! He sent the whole thing.
It would keep you alive, and I ended up being able to pull like 30 plus mobs.
Oh, wow.
So it was like quite funny, and I'm trying that again.
I see. Yeah, that's something where prot paladins were always good at leveling, right? So you just optimize the gameplay. You can level as a prot paladin anyway when you pull up a lot of things, AoE them down by zone effects, and this just lets you pull more. That sounds fun. That sounds really fun.
Yeah, it is. And that vampirism static can be used for, also not
Okay, where was the...
It opens up for lots of different playstyles for many types of builds, making it more interesting, and you can come up with different talents now suddenly that just is based around this specific
skull
or something. So I like that open-ended, you have a lot of options when it comes to talents and builds.
Okay, BRB, gonna get another beer.
Paper look that powerful, but when you stack a lot of it, it suddenly becomes very powerful.
Yeah, and it's all in a classic setting, so it's cool to have build variety or options for classic World of Warcraft.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Have you seen the end game there on stream from others or something like this?
From OctoWoW?
From OctoWoW or from OctoWoW as well, yeah.
Well, I did play a little bit of endgame on OctoWoW, and yeah, that was great. I never got to experience.
Yeah, I just waiting to reach level 60 or 50 so I can start doing Blackrock depths.
I haven't seen it as well. I never played much OctoWoW myself. I played on the PvP realm when it came up to level 60, but because it was progressed back then, I have.
Okay, back to killing mobs.
And PvP mainly there. Yeah.
I didn't even know you actually reached level 60 on OctoWoW on the PvP realm.
Yeah, I played it when it came out back in the day with my guild from Duskgamen back in the day, but I stopped there then, and that's why I also haven't seen the new raids there, which I always wanted to see, but the problem was I never wanted to go back into TurtleWoW on a PvE realm or something like this, because it just was so long to level up there, and now with the new servers, with OctoWoW, Capicraft, and Sandworlds, yeah, you know my opinion about them, so yeah, that's why I didn't want to jump into them as well right now, but maybe I will in the future. We have to see what will happen to Ascension right now, because that's the main server.
Oh, it's so warm. Luckily I have a ceiling fan. And it has been raining today, so the temperature outside is not that warm.
I have to say in between, I didn't want to play anything because it was so many versions which were there. We had the we had OctoWoW, Capybara, for example.
Whoops.
Before the Blizzard Ascension situation, and I just felt so overwhelmed from all these iterations that I basically, were burnt out because I tried to play there, and then I just needed a break for some time in World of Warcraft in general before I found motivation again to play. And now I started with Conquest of Azeroth and I'm having fun again with it, which is cool, but yeah, maybe in the future OctoWoW or something else as well.
I seriously thought that cat guy was an AI voice. But he actually talks like that. That's funny.
His Thunder Fury and 20 Scarab things for the Scarab Lord thing, and then it got shut down. So.
Yeah, this is so sad. This is really.
I guess he's from Germany or something.
You said before you played on Nostalgia, so you know the situation. You have to think that a private server can always end, so never get too attached to your stuff. But when it's your third or fourth private server which goes down, then. It gets to you, in my opinion. It got to me, at least.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
There's just, Well, I think yeah, Ascension's probably going to close, but we'll see what happens if they end up reopening again under a new name or something, just like what happened here with that. I hope so, because even though for the most part Ascension hasn't really been, I've leveled a lot on the classes. I leveled I think 3 characters to level 60 back in the day, all the way back before they even released Burning Crusade on the classless Ascension server.
Okay, cool.
But that it got yeah, it's a little bit too wild for me. I think it's the additions they bring in deviate too much away from that feeling. It's hard to put into words exactly, but it feels less weighty. It feels like, yeah, it feels like it doesn't feel earned in the same way. And there are many small things, there are many great things. Like just looking at the play style of the classes and Conquest of Azeroth, all the classes, it looks awesome, and I would love to try out. And I've also dedicated myself to trying out Ascension's Conquest of Azeroth and trying out a few classes just to get that experience. But there are also a bit too many decisions that makes me feel like it's yeah, I don't know how to say, but it takes away from the World of Warcraft experience that I want to have.
I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean, because you're more the classic guy. Classic Plus is your thing, like Project Epoch, like OctoWoW was, for example. And Project Ascension is a completely different game, in my opinion. It's more retail-like. It's with the gear, with the loot system, it's so much, that's no classic feeling. I can absolutely understand it. It took me about 2 years where I tried Ascension, then I stopped it, where I tried it, then I stopped it. And on Bronzebeard, I finally, it made click for me, and then I had fun with it. But I absolutely understand people who don't want to play Ascension, and I totally know what you mean.
There's so many great things. That's like, just to mention a few.
This is beer. Ice beer. Beer.
Funny enough, I like the talent system. Not because it's retail.
Brewed in Tromsø, which is quite far north.
The idea of not having two paladins that play the exact same. I like to have I think it brings the RPG element into the game, having a very personal build and having a very personal, playstyle.
Yeah.
That garners back to that old Dungeons and Dragons feel for me.
True, yeah, that's true, yeah. And with the new classes,
According to the brewery, it's the northernmost brewery.
Bronzebeard, another version for Ascension. Conquest of Azeroth is a complete new game, in my opinion. Completely new game.
Yeah, that's true. That is. And you have to consider it a different game. I don't think if you go into it with the idea that this is going to be some sort of classic plus, of course you're going to be disappointed. So that's also what I'm trying with my new live stream, where I'm leveling a little bit on Ascension, trying to, even though it's hard, I'm trying to go into it with a different mindset. But it's hard to not compare. Sorry.
Let me ask you a question. Do you stream a game which you not enjoy? Because that sounds like me like you're forcing yourself to play Conquest of Azeroth.
Yeah, right now I'm forcing myself to play Conquest of Azeroth in hopes of it waking something in me, it giving me some sort of okay, now I can see this is maybe cool. And also just to give me an idea, because I don't want to, review a server unless I've put a lot of hours into it, so I can actually give it a fair criticism.
Sure. So you do it for content. You play it for content.
Right now I do it for content. Right now I do it to figure out what it is. And I actually...
I only stream what I like to play.
is the new content. The new custom content that I feel like it fits seamlessly.
And I enjoy games that I can play in with others the most. Except the remakes of the Tomb Raider games. I really like the storyline there. And the Final Fantasy remakes. Those games are really cool, I think. I'm really waiting for the third part. And I want to play GTA 6 as well, but not until it comes to PC, so that's not until next year or something.
Yeah, and that's the two. I like I just think they overdid it. Like I've said that in my live stream as well, where I talk about there are too many things that you can find. The things you find end up undercutting the quest items, because you go out and they're just right in your leveling path. Like right as you go towards some quest in the beginning zone, you go ahead and you pick up 3 brain items, and then you go complete that quest that you were on about. And as you come back and deliver that quest, it feels completely weird to deliver a quest where you get a gray item for completing that quest, while you just picked up 3 green items. That was way better than the quest item you just completed. That doesn't make any sense to me. And that's where I think it's a death by 1,000 cuts in a way with Ascension, because they have so many systems that undercut its own feeling of progression and feeling of reward.
Yeah. I agree with you, absolutely. That's what I also felt. The true gearing progression starts in endgame, and leveling the gear is just worthless there. It's too much. I also don't like that about Ascension.
That's a shame, because I think many of the
Whoops.
content and, you know, the word force, the items you find, and also the idea that the mobs that you kill, well, items that they're wearing, it makes a lot of sense, and it fits really well into our RPG, you know, world. But it's just overdone.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's too much. Yeah. If they dialed it back, and if they dialed all of it back, I think it would be the perfect classic cost, because it runs on a 3.3.5 client, which, of course, as we all know, it runs a little bit better. Even though you can mod everything on OctoWoW, you can make it run better. But it is just better, basically.
Yeah, true, true. Has its own structural risks, but yeah, of course, 3.3.5 is the best modded server option you can do. Absolutely.
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
I agree with you. I mean, imagine the Ascension system with a total WoW looting system. So loot has worth also while leveling, but you get new loot, which is good, but you don't get it every 2 seconds. You don't get bam bam.
I do hope eventually Octo will change from the 1.12 version, so they can actually maybe change to 64-bit, because it's gonna run so much better.
Because we know this is in development for years now, and shortly after Blizzard put the court case out, they released Conquest of Azeroth. What do you think about that?
Well, I think, yeah, what do I think about that? I think they wanted to give it to the players before it all disappears. I think that.
And it would be really cool if they managed to add what is it called again?
I can also think
The Azeroth Unreal thingy. Implement that where Turtle fail.
I've been seeing Kayato's videos and following his stuff a little bit, because he seems to be a little bit on top of.
But I guess it might be a problem because the Azeroth Unreal team is public. So if they would do it, they could sue. Blizzard could maybe find those developers.
that is just embarrassing for a multi-million-dollar company to not get that straight, to be honest.
Of course, yeah. But in the end, I think it's. I don't think they have a case. I think private servers are illegal. It is their IP, of course, and in the end, it will probably shut down, or they will try to postpone it and hide from Blizzard in some sort of way. But if they gone into court with some lawyers and stuff, then they're probably going to settle with something shutting it down or something, and then we'll see if it ever opens up again.
Yeah. I mean, I also made a video about it, the recent court acts, and what I think they can do right now is drag it out, because when they really want to defend this, I don't think they have a real chance, but they can drag it out for a really, really long time, because I don't know about your Danish rights and something like this. I can only talk about Germany here, but if you have...
Yeah, he's from Germany.
How long and how money draining such processes are, and we are talking about really big things here. This is something which can go over years, and I don't know about American law here, but in Germany, for example, if something like this happened, the company could just go into an insolvency procedure, and then Blizzard would sit on all costs at the end, basically, because that's something which could happen. Just some things I thought about, basically. They could basically drag it out until the end, and could earn with Conquest of Azeroth, which they probably want to do right now with the release, and yeah, just put the money on the side and start new. Could happen. Something which is possible. I'm not saying this is something which happens, but it's something I could think of.
But won't they just shut down all their payment, all their income options? Because that they can probably do straight away, right?
Yeah, but it hasn't happened until now. The shop is still open right now, and if they are smart, they can basically wash the money in crypto. They probably also have done that until now.
What? Oh, it binds when picked up.
This can happen. I'm not saying it's ethical, okay? I'm not saying this is something they should do.
No, of course not.
It's just something I could think of, which could happen, because normally what we have seen before, like with OctoWoW, they just disappear. They give up, and yeah, they are gone, basically, and they start new. And here we have someone who wants to fight, so what's the reason behind getting a defendant and fighting here? It just can be to get more time, in my opinion.
Postpone. Yeah, that makes
postpone.
That could be the reason, yeah, definitely. And
I don't know if it's true. That's just something, just some scenarios.
I think most people would like to have to at least try it, get to see what it is, and we'd all like.
Yeah, I'm trying to make my guild. It's growing steadily, at least, and trying to have a friendly community. And if someone needs gold, I send them some starting gold.
Do you think a poll system would work? Because that could work with the community?
I think so, to some extent. I think a lot of people would just want to see basically Turtle WoW. In like the main philosophy of Turtle WoW is what I think most people would like to see, actually.
Yeah, that's something where people could get together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, some final questions for you. I think we can come to an end. First question, I would like to do this format more often. Is there a creator you would like to hear or see on this podcast next time?
I think when we're talking about a lot of the legal stuff about private servers, I would like to recommend Chief Rocky. He is a content creator. I've also been following a little bit. His it seems like he's a little bit knowledgeable about all of the law stuff and stuff like that.
That's cool. He commented.
Kayato, of course.
Yeah, perfect. Chief Rookie is someone who wrote a few comments under my videos. I'm sure he would be up for this, I could guess. And Kaheto is someone who I already talked to. So, yeah, perfect names. I think both of them could come here. Like it would be staged, but it isn't.
Well, I think maybe even Solheim is someone we could,
I honestly never had contact to Solheim before. I have seen a few videos of him, but I have never had any contact with him.
I've spoken back and forth with him a lot on Discord, and I think definitely he would also want to join something like this. But I don't know for sure, but I could ask him.
Yeah, sure. No, cool. Yeah, it's just a question I want to put at the end here. So, yeah, let us wrap up the OctoWoW topic maybe now at the end, because I think this was the main topic and we drifted away to other topics, which is absolutely cool. Yeah, but that's fine. That's absolutely cool. My final question for you. Would you...
I thought the German was an AI voice. That's funny.
I hope that it is going to be the destination for people who played on Turtle WoW. It's a NA/EU servers. The developers are English speaking, so
Actually, I have a colleague from Germany. He does not understand English, but he has learned Norwegian at least.
Some people have actually said that they've gotten help.
Well, he understands some English, but not much.
Get caught up with the 1.18.1 version of the game, which was where we left off with Turtle WoW, and it's really gone fast. They have the entire roadmap up and everything. So I think maybe to some extent, even the Capybara WoW wants to maybe push people a little bit towards the English-speaking or an NA/EU players towards OctoWoW. Who knows if that is actually their intention, and they just want a pure Chinese server over there, or if they are, just wanted to help out the OctoWoW team. And I think. But anyway, I if people want to play on Capybara, that's also perfectly fine. I could also be interested in that.
Yeah, don't play on Capybara. You can get banned for some random stuff there. It's gonna waste all their money or time.
Because I know the OctoWoW team has.
And you have higher ping as well, especially if you live in Europe.
It's going to be interesting to see, what they bring. Basically, I hope both projects survive, and I hope to see more people start to join OctoWoW. They're also working on fixing anything. I think have you tested the launcher since the last virus test thing?
Because I think they did it 1 month or 2 months ago. I know they open sourced it after I did it.
Yeah, they open sourced it. Because I think they are about to weed out all the bugs with the launcher. That's what they've stated. So they brought up the servers up to date now. They are looking at the launcher and weeding out any sort of bugs and just fine-tuning things with the launcher and everything. So I think there's everything should be good. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think it's important to get a different perspective, especially from a player, and your project as a content creator for this. So I would say here, of course, if you want to enjoy OctoWoW, do it on your own risk. But I think we can say nothing happened until now. So this absolutely should tell you that it's not completely risk-free, but the risk is really reduced here, I would say. That's my view of it. And if you want to enjoy OctoWoW, try it out on your own risk.
Yeah, and I agree with you. That's the same. I feel like it's the same with Turtle WoW as well. There's always, the risk of either losing your progress, or there's a risk of, even though I haven't never experienced anything, there's always a risk involved in playing with private servers and stuff. But
I mean, even though we have a licensed Windows, something can happen.
my experience, there haven't been anything.
Like, I just read next that one of the custom maps on Mecha Chameleon, someone had made a call when you downloaded the map. They started a PowerShell in the background and tried to download more stuff when you had the map open. And once the PowerShell opened up, it made or executed a command and then downloaded files and then probably tried to do more. So even official stuff is not safe. But so far the developers of OctoWoW has not done anything harmful. Okay, let's listen to some music on the thematic radio channel. It doesn't take that long when I kill. It's best to kill green enemies, but I don't have that here at the moment. Because that will reduce my time per kill, I guess. Warriors are paladins who haven't come out of the closet yet. Okay. This guild sure has different discussions every day. Maybe I can find someone else to... If there are anyone else I can listen to about... No, nothing that showed up. Yeah, I'm just so tired of doing quests, and I find it just as fast to kill enemies, just while also selling the stuff I find to my trusty robot. And then I can... Yeah, I have 30 gold, I can send 2 gold to each player online. Maybe not level 6. Oh well, why not? Okay, Gialdir. Nemis, that's the person that sent me 10 gold. I'll send to him as well. Or her, I'm not sure. Okay, last person, Severo. Hopefully the low level people would have a need of this. Anyone else in chat that has seen the TV show Foundation? Oh. Stream sniped. Oh, that's cool. What, 55? You're using a low level one? What? Dual spec? What? Can we dual spec here? I didn't know that. That's awesome. Eight specs? What the fuck? Yeah, that's cool. Dual specs, but when I reach level maybe 50, I can start focusing on getting healing gear. Jo, jeg bruker Seal Command. Men hvis jeg trenger mana, så pleier jeg å bruke Seal Wisdom dobbelt. At least I have a pile of recycled cans I can. Let me try that. No. I need to get add-on to sell trash. Wait, did I have what you call it? No, I have not learned survival. I thought I learned survival, but I apparently have not. Okay, let's. I want to turn on music, but then I'm monetized. Priest and a paladin. Maybe I can petition for a radio channel that plays what do you call it, monetized or copyrighted songs. If I had gold equals latency, I would be rich. Okay. Well, let me listen to the latest podcast. Let's see. Oh, there's an episode. Awesome.
Judge Buchanan Rex, you have been kidnapped from the Lucky Strike and taken aboard a ship whose name you do not know, where you have undergone medical procedures overseen by the rogue trader Libertine, aka Tina Morwith. You have received wraithbone spikes studded with gems in all of the major intersections of your body.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna get one more beer. This podcast is really awesome. I like it. They are really good. And the game master is really a good voice actor as well. He's epic. It's called Agents of the Inquisition. Yeah.
You survived this. You attempted to use Rex 2 to ambush Tina in a convoluted plan that unfortunately ended with the death of your cybermastiff having been carved in half. When the medical procedures were completed, however, you were brought to a new area of the ship where you have ended up with 3 other prisoners who you have only seen but not spoken to. What do you all say to each other as you make your first human contact outside of Tina and her medical teams? You all step forward.
People. Hello.
What's happening? What is this?
Oh, I was going to ask all of you that. Oh no.
I think Alistair is like fully like 1,000-yard stare, like looking at his own body and like feeling the like wraith bone, like seeing bumps in the skin, and he's just like locked down, like touching, poking at himself.
Yeah, and you've got the gems visible even over the skin, so you can see the bumps through these finely tailored, very fitted clothes. As you touch them, it isn't painful to touch them, but they are built into your body. If you were to try to pull at one, it would start to hurt the same way if you were trying to pull out any other part of your internal anatomy. It would be extremely painful, but they are not painful in and of themselves at this point. The last 2 at your temples would be a little raw because they are the most recently placed. The others all just feel fully locked in. Pulling on one of them, it feels like you're pulling on the bones of your arm or whatever other limb is attached.
Yeah, so I think Alistair, just quietly, you would hear him looking down and going, "What? What have they done to us? What did they do to us?"
The judge is just pacing slightly back in his cell. He's kind of just like, it's like he's going through a speech in his mind, but it's just him recollecting the events that led him here and past mistakes.
Hello, Tamara. Long time no see.
Possibly how he could get out of here. It's just a mishmash, a vortex of indecision meets.
How are you doing?
And, so he's muttering like, "So I can't get out of here, but I must need to find Damien and play regicide. What do I do? You there, big man?
Yes.
What is your name and designation?"
Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm Mayor John Ursaday. I've been a mayor for many years.
She starts laughing so fast.
Jurisdiction on wherever we happen to be in these hideous experiments.
Experiments? They put those things in you as well?
Well, yes.
Judge is going to walk up to the mayor, look him up and down. I'm going to spin him around and try to inspect all of his joints. I'm just like,
very forward.
he's comparing his own body to it. All right, implementation. Okay.
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am.
Oh, I thought we were doing names.
What is your name?
What's your name?
I like the guy playing the judge.
I am Judge Rex of the Imperium.
Oh, throne. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Judge, You don't need. I don't have any of my paperwork here with me, so. But are you here to rescue all of us?
What the fuck are you talking about? Look at us.
No.
The judges in a painted-on black Under Armour body glove with a steel skull mask on, but he does have the 2 temple inserts and gems.
We've all been riddled with wraithbone, whatever this demonic entity actually is. I do not quite comprehend myself, but
What's Wraithbone?
I don't know. All I do know is that it grows through song. Some other bloody nonsense.
Yeah, Judge, what you would know very little about Wraithbone in the specifics, other than you would have been able to recognize it in ornaments or sculptures. There can be an illegal trade, especially amongst high-level aristocrats, where they want to trade in Xenos artifacts. Wraithbone, you'd be able to recognize it. You weren't aware of the growth properties until Tina walked you through it, because it would usually just be, oh, here's a sculpture. Oh, here's a pendant. Oh, here's, a Wraithbone rose that has been sold.
Right, okay.
You've never seen it used medicinally in this way in any regard.
Right.
The only other place you'd seen it would be the Wraithbone arches that you saw, both with the Pleasure Seekers and on the planet of Ravenshrek.
Right. So it doesn't have much usefulness outside of the blasphemous.
Oh no.
Keep it together. What is your name, whelp?
My name is Tasha Dunn. I'm a Prometheum Derek's worker. I'm not anyone.
Okay, Tasha Dunn. Keep your faculties about you. We may very well die, but come to terms with it. Hey! Look at me. Look at me.
I'm looking.
It will be what it will be.
Oh.
And you there, fancy pants.
I think Alistair, I think while this is happening, has slumped down on the floor, and he's like you were saying, he's starting to pull on these things under his skin. And when Mayor John asked if somebody was coming to save, or is the judge here to save him, I think he's spiraling. He sees this happen to a judge of the Arbites, so I think he's ever so increasingly losing it as he's pulling at his own flesh and bones. And he's going, no one's coming to save us. Look what they did to him. He's a judge. They put these in his bones. They're not coming to save us. We're damned.
The judge is just going to slap this guy.
Oh yeah, go for it. Light him up.
You'll hit him. He's not fighting it.
No,
So roll
he's
a
just
d4.
gonna sit there. Yeah.
Roll a d4.
Yeah.
It's a 3.
And what's your strength? Uh-oh.
Did you go to a karaoke this Friday, Tamara?
Some of the damage from that because you're not wearing your gauntlets, where you could easily slap someone to death otherwise. You will take 4 points of damage.
Ooh.
Tasha drops into a squat and is just hugging her knees. She's just
We're all freaking out.
Keep it together, everybody! Stop. Shut the fuck up. We all serve the Imperium. We all have to remember that. We're bigger than all of this.
Can you roll me an intimidation?
Oh, I was trying to inspire.
I know, I'm going to stand by what I said.
Inspiration.
The judge's words would ring true for all of you if you had not all committed at least one major secret crime against the Imperium.
At this point in time, we are on the same team. And I do not suffer fools. So I don't want to see any dead weight. Do not give up in advance. Otherwise, the enemy wins. Do you all understand that?
Enemy? What enemy? What are we doing? What's happening?
What are we supposed to do? We're just people. We're not the judges.
We are servants of the Imperium. How many times do I have to spell that out?
What Imperium would want us now? Look at you. You've They already got you. We're all fucked.
The judge raises his hand. He's about to slap, and then he just holds it,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Can you all roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Uh-oh.
Including you, Judge.
Oh, God. 8 for Tasha. Oh, wow.
We got little team 20s over here.
Team Nat 20s.
Damn.
Both of
Okay.
us.
17.
17. Okay.
Oh, poor Tasha. Oh, Tasha. Cool. Do you want this back?
She slits her own throat.
No, what happens is, Tasha, you pass out immediately.
Oh.
Judge, you're finding yourself woozy, beginning to pass out, not realizing that this room has begun to fill with gas.
Oh.
But Alistair and John, you both have a brief moment to say whatever you need to say before you will also eventually pass out. John does unsure mayor sounds.
Yeah.
That mess out for me.
Like the two of them have already passed out.
The judge is
Tasha's
now a drunk
is
person,
just, like,
staggering.
staggering on the
Tasha's
floor.
completely
Yeah.
out.
I think Alistair would just start laughing. Like I think this is he like is losing touch with reality. He doesn't know what the gas and what's just him like coming apart. So I think he would just that like frantic creepy Joker laugh.
And you all pass out, haunted by your dreams, knowing that you must be traveling through the warp. Judge, we can imagine so many things you're haunted by. The loss of Rex 2, your kidnapping, these surgeries, your own personal history. But each of your fellows are haunted by their crime. This hidden crime they've committed against the Imperium. Though they are still loyal to the Imperium, they each carry a secret, something that is haunting them even here. Perhaps that is why they were chosen. Tasha, what dream haunts you?
Tasha's dream is of her reliving a moment she has tried to forget ever since it happened. She is working hard, minding her own business in one of the many chambers of the Prometheum derrick that she works on. And this individual person who has tormented and bullied and harassed and just pushed and pushed and pushed Tasha for as long as they've worked on this Prometheum derrick together, comes into the chamber. And this is, I need to think of a good 40K name.
Gerwin Steiner.
Thank you. Gerwin Steiner approaches, has cornered poor Tasha, as per usual. It's basically a daily occurrence at this point, and continues to pester and demean and frighten Tasha, makes fun of her for her like timidity, her meekness, and Tasha, who is a very strong and powerful physically person, but never thinks of herself that way, always throws it into her labor, is pushed too far on this day and lashes out at Gerwin and pushes him, and he falls into one of the open vats of Prometheum, and he just disappears. And she flees and continues to work for the rest of her days. There is a brief missing person notice for Gerwin, and if ever asked about Gerwin, she says she remembers him, but hasn't seen him in a while.
Incredible. Mayor John.
Mayor John. Mayor John's nightmare is being at a press conference and talking about how it's so unfortunate how these things happened, because yet again someone who has run against the mayor has mysteriously disappeared and died.
Hecuba Hertz.
Ooh.
She didn't survive the campaign running against Mayor John.
And John goes on and on about how, that there's underhive crime. These things happen, but as long as the mayor is in power, as long as Mayor Urside is in power, no one has to worry about getting hurt. And I will make sure everything will be locked down, as he returns to his quarters and pays off the gang.
Yep, while sending a gang to hurt. Heck you, but hurts.
Yep.
You did run under the slogan, "Get hurt with hurts." Alistair.
I think Alistair, like a lot of people in the sort of aristocratic courtesan, you rub elbows with the upper crust, and what do the upper crust want more that they can't get? Drugs. And this is a person that Alistair has a lot of connections, is able to go from system to system, is welcomed into a lot of places, and I think got caught up, peddling some. I don't know what 40K drugs. What's a good 40K?
I mean, there's Obscura and there's some big ones, but if he started to get a little shady, we could say Flects.
Flex?
Flects. Flects. It's pieces of glass broken off of worlds that have been embraced or drawn into the warp, so they carry a warp reflection. So the first person to look at them gets a little rush of kind of warp energy and madness.
Flex. I like.
Oh my god.
That this, the taint of the warp comes with those things, and I was thinking the idea that bring them to an aristocratic planet, like a tainted supply. And then seeing that, oh no, this brought, not just overdoses, but like chaos.
Insanity. It brought insanity.
Yeah,
like it's just people would lose their minds on this and would not recover.
And then in the same way that Tasha just bailed, realized that
this new shipment's bad. Goodbye.
This new shipment's bad, and then just pieced out and is haunted by that ever since.
And these dreams haunt you in the warp. And they haunt you as the days go on.
Ooh, an upgrade.
You wake up the next morning and Tina explains that you were all drugged because you were engaging in physical violence and she could not risk any of you being seriously damaged. Anytime any of you raise a hand
Lol.
from this point onwards, all 4 of you will be drugged into unconsciousness to ensure payload.
Every time we talk.
But each day, you are now being brought to machines. They put you in your quarters. You have to walk up to the armature and stand there for it to lock you into place. If you refuse to do this, they drug you into unconsciousness, put you there, take you in, and you are put into hypnomat machines. I would say they would be recognized by you, Judge. I think they would also be recognized by John, because sometimes those can be used in prisoner punishment and or rehabilitation at the rank he was dealing with. Aristocrat-wise, Alistair, roll me a history with advantage.
Just a 7.
I made you guys characters.
Are you still here, Tamara?
For our other characters.
Or are you just watching, not listening, maybe?
So if you're rolling something you think your character would have proficiency in, let me know and add +2 to the roll.
My character is canonically dumb as a post. Yeah.
Same over here.
Yeah, hey, -2.
Yeah, -2.
What's up?
You don't know what these machines are.
I ain't never seen a machine like it.
But when you are brought in, you are plugged into these, and it is a fully encompassing hallucinogenic nightmare ride. It's like you are flipping through books and movies, just images flashing so fast you can't possibly absorb any of them individually. You're just forced to white knuckle for nearly 10 hours, and then at the end you're brought back out, fed. You get to rest, you can spend the nights together, and then repeat. You do this for a significant amount of time. Let's say after 10 days of this, you're sitting down for a meal again. You've had these evenings, whether you're talking with each other or not, but Tina has told you all that something is going to change tomorrow. It's going to be starting with some traditional lessons on top of the hypnotherapy.
Oh, man. All right.
Hypnotherapy, so they're gonna be brainwashed.
You're experiencing these things and it's meant to like freak you out even more, like that hallucinogenic nightmare.
Roll me a wisdom. Roll me an insight. I think you would have proficiency in this because you're good at reading people, so I think determining the purpose of things is up there. Also, you've had drug trips.
12.
At the end, you're feeling tired, but you're not feeling more unsettled. It's unpleasant, but you're not sure its exact purpose. It's not standing out as a torture technique.
Okay.
Much less directly painful than the surgeries you've undergone.
Sure.
So we're just in our open space where all of our cells are, basically.
Yeah, you're in that. So you have your 4 cells around this square/diamond table where each of you has 4 seats in the center.
All right. How did everybody come to find themselves here?
Well, I was just taking a ship from one part of the planet to another, and before I knew it, just here.
I was on my ship and I went to bed, and then I woke up strapped to a slab.
And you?
The same. I had finished my shift.
Hello, Jesse. No, OctoWoW. Wait.
Wherever this is.
The judge is going to...
OctoWoW started with an old released, or like not released, leaked is more precise to say, leaked version of 1.17 version of WoW, where the developers have been working steadily, and they have, as far as I know, finished to like sorry, I just answered. Yeah, they were starting in early May or something, before WoW got shut down. They made some kind of sniffing program, as they called it, where you could join the WoW server and join different dungeons and everything. And you had the sniffer program running, and they would like I guess read loot tables and stuff like that. And based off all that information, they have now, as far as I know, like remade WoW client 1.18 something. But if you go to octowow.st, you can read about their roadmap. So, oh, hello Alex, hello from Norway. And the WoW accounts are not saved, so everyone needs to start from scratch, sadly. But as you can see, I can check now. Right now it's 2,204 players online. And the peak since last server restart 4 days ago has been 2,513. And this is the PvE server. I think the PvP server has maybe 400 or something. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this server. A lot of friendly people, some weird ones of course, but most 99% of the players are friendly, and like if there is an issue, it takes like 30 minutes and the GM will contact you for something. And they have like posted that they see a lot of people trying to sell real gold, and they are trying to ban actively those people. Yeah. And the server has been stable. It only goes down when they announce it. And like they announce it with like a countdown in game as well. So I have 53 MS. Some people playing from South America seems to have some issues with disconnects, but if you live in Europe, you should have no problems. And you don't have the stupid shit. I heard that if you play like on WoW, you can get banned if you, for example, use a mage and AoE farm to level up. I mean, what the hell? You just use the mage the abilities of a mage and then get banned, that sounds really weird. But then again, if you don't speak Chinese, it's really hard to understand the reason, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna restart or resume the podcast I'm listening to. But just keep asking questions if you want. I will try to answer.
Try and triangulate everybody's. He's trying to find out where everybody actually were in this point in time, and see if there's some way to triangulate, where he was also, so he could find some kind of similar space that binds us all together. At least to find some geography. So it's basically what planet? I mean, well, what ship? What were your coordinates?
Well,
Your last known coordinates.
well, I certainly let the pilots deal with all of that. But,
You were in the Pyrella system. The mayor was in the Pyrella.
How is Italy, by the way? Is it warm? It has been around 20 Celsius in Norway today.
Alistair, you were visiting Neo-Aura.
Ooh. And that's a planet?
Yes,
Neo-Aura?
those are all planned. So you had the Pyrella system, Delander, and Neo-Aura are worlds.
Okay, but the mayor was still in space. The others were planet bound, or already on the planet. Okay, cool. Okay, and where can I reckon where I was before I passed out? Where we were passing?
You're not sure exactly what system that you were involved in. It was a system chosen by Avarice, and it wasn't really a breakdown. You guys were exhausted after the mission, so he just took you there. But you know you would be close to the Hawkstar system.
I was close to the.
It wasn't a
Hawkstar
long
system.
jaunt from there.
Would the judge have some history of connecting these dots for how close the Hawkstar system is to the Pyrella system?
Roll me a. I'd say investigation. It feels like this would be investigation for the judge. I will give you advantage on this.
I will need it. Nice. Okay, history. History, you said?
Investigation.
Investigation, sorry. That's an 18.
18. Pretty good. You're not somebody who knows the star charts, so it's not like you could draw out all the planets in the area, but I think in combination with figuring out what planets they were from, figuring out how long they would estimate they would be here versus how long you were here, you would overall estimate that you are probably still within Sector Quartus at the eastern edge of the Ultima Segmentum. This is subsector Euripides. It's where the Lucky Strike was sent. This is where your crew was sent for your mission on a larger scale. It seems like these were all relatively close in a galactic sense. You probably were all picked up within about 15 days of each other overall.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, we're in a system where we're relatively close by. I ask, does anybody hold station that might come with some, I don't know, some boon that could be granted to your captors?
No, sir, no.
I not official, but I've met, I've rubbed elbows with the right people.
Go on, elaborate.
Well, I think none of it's like above board. In my line of work, not many people would say it to their friends they would know me, but if I had access to my ship and my communications, I'm sure I could get in touch, but it doesn't help us here. We're being punished. You mustn't see that. You of all people, a judge. This isn't a negotiate our way out or call in reinforcements. We've been caught, and now we are being punished.
Yeah. You think we're being punished?
Well, look, what else is this?
How could they know about those things?
They know more. They know. Look, you. How do you not see?
What things would I possibly be punished for?
Oh, they know. You've done things. Why would they take
Judge is looking at his hands actively, like forming them to a slap, and then just letting the tension just diminish. Just like,
I imagine after like a week of like nonstop, neurotic,
Getting
like punishment dreams of like this is why I think there's got to be a little bit of a break. We've all broken the rules. We deserve to be here.
Oh no.
I've done absolutely nothing wrong. This horrible woman is so unreasonable. I offered her money until I was blue in the face, and she's just... I just don't understand it.
Maybe that's your sin. Maybe you tried to buy your way out. You can't buy forgiveness.
But just want to not be here. Not really. Don't need anything else.
There's something you all aren't telling me. I can see it. I can smell it.
Oh, I need to use the toilet. I guess the beer is going through the system.
Sit down. I ask you all sit down.
Tasha was sitting. She's like,
Get up. Come here. I'm going to. I basically.
BRB. Pausing now. Hopefully I won't be attacked. Okay then, I am back.
I'm going to teach the meditation because it's the only thing we have, and I don't want Freakazoid over there going insane.
They don't have helmets. Do you blindfold them? What do you do to try to help them find that center?
Don't touch me!
Tasha's got a helmet, but it's the wrong kind.
You can just honestly, you can close your eyes. A helmet would be great, but just we make do with what we have. Close your eyes.
Every time I close my eyes, I see such terrible things.
I don't want to.
Unanimous refusal. I wasn't ready for that.
Once you see death, and you constantly see it, realize, accept that it holds no power over you.
How does that make any sense?
Sit down and
I'm
let
still sitting.
good.
Tasha's sitting cross-legged on the floor.
Everybody
now.
sit down first.
She moves from like sitting
I'll be bowing.
on a bench down to the floor.
I'm just going to do the breathing with them. Everybody, put the thoughts out of your mind for now. Now, breathe in.
Can you roll me an intimidation? Can I get a wisdom saving throw for everybody else?
Oh yeah, Tasha. That's a 7.
It's a 14.
It's a 9.
Do I get an extra roll because it's the start of the day?
This is a new day, so yes, I can give you heroic inspiration for the new day.
Love this.
Oh.
Well,
Ooh, a new guild member.
13.
Beats me.
Not me. 14.
Beat me.
Okay, John, you are the only one who can resist the lure of this. Should you so choose to, the other two are bullied into doing a breathing exercise for an hour.
There we go. And feel relieved. There.
Yeah, shaky,
Very good.
freak out breaths.
Whenever you are feeling anxious, I want you to set
What the hell?
and do this.
Okay, yes, sir, I will. Yes, I'm doing it right now. I feel so calm.
Mayor, big man. I notice you're not a participator.
Hello, Auric. Yeah, OctoWoW is back, that's for sure. Even better, I would say, because the developers here are really listening to the player community as well.
Mission accomplished. Yep, I did it.
So good.
Meditation complete.
I feel better.
I'm listening to a podcast about Warhammer 40,000, by the way.
I'll just go home.
Cured.
Like, I think I can realize when people are... I think I can realize when people are throwing the wool over my eyes.
Oh, yeah, you don't think this is like killing it.
No.
I don't think you think you're like, I've made 3 Imperial heroes. That's not where you're at.
Not at
today.
all. But this is like, he understands the situation that they are going to be here possibly for a long while or not at all. But it's best to start building these responses in as early as possible.
Yeah.
To try and undo the hypnotherapy basically that is being done to them.
Yeah, it seems like at this point, what I would say is it's clear that your traditional strategies are not working. So it's time for you to think and perhaps turn over a new leaf as your education continues. Because the next day, hypnotherapy continues, but your days are being split in half. The other half is with direct education separately. And Judge, you are being taught directly by Tina.
No.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
And do I know you said libertine? Did she ever declare herself as a libertine, or that's just something?
She said her name was Tina, and you did not ask more questions about her identity.
That's right.
So, Tina is approaching you after the hypnotherapy mask lifts away, and you find yourself still strapped and bound to this chair in this area. And she looks at you and says, "So, have you learned the language yet?"
What?
And you realize, hearing it, the dialect, she's speaking something that's similar to Gothic but different. And it is instinctually inside your brain somewhere. It's like talking to her is unlocking something that perhaps the hypnotherapy had been giving you.
Wait, so they're trying to train me to basically speak in a different dialect, is the thing.
It's instinctively there.
What's all this then? What do you mean? Fuck! Bully! No!
You're finding it. You gotta find it, she says, looking at you.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree, love.
There you go. Now you just got to get used to the actual language and we can go over things. So, let's see if this has been sticking in your head. We're going to go through some words. We've got to see if you know what they mean. Daka. Can you roll me
What?
wisdom saving throw?
Are they gonna teach him Orcish?
Like, I don't know, shoe?
Oh, that ain't good. Teeth. You have no fucking clue. You don't even need to roll again. If that nat one, you have no idea.
I don't like pigeon.
A snotling.
A butt with a crack.
I'll see you in a week. Fuck. She turns and storms out, and you go through another 10 days of hypnotherapy with no attempt of her to approach you.
Oi! So, how are we doing here? Are you all feeling better now that you've been doing the meditation I've been teaching you?
Jumps 10 days later. What I will say is, Tasha, this seems very familiar to you. You've started to pick this up as well. Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
That's a 19.
19. You, however, have picked this up much more fluently. So that dialect speaks to you. You know the words. It's all very non-grammatical and blunt, but it's as clear to you as any Gothic would be. I will say for the mayor and for Alistair, you have no idea what this is. You don't know what's happening.
What are these unholy noises you're making? This is
Could I just ask? My nat one, that simply means like I'm not understanding what the words mean, but I'm still picking up the dialect.
You picked up the dialect
Okay.
from the hypnotherapy. It's taking it longer to get into, shall we say, your
Right.
calcified old man brain.
Right.
All the new information that was
Damn.
intended to come with the language.
Holy
He's
shit.
700. It's pretty locked in.
yeah.
This is not a criticism on any mortal human that has ever existed. It is a criticism of 700-year-old rejuvenated.
Mhm.
He doesn't look a day over 650.
How about that, Tibia?
I think that they are trying to change the ways we talk for the clients they are going to sell us to. I fucking hate the way I talk.
Alistair, are you hearing this? Have I lost my mind finally?
So have we been going through these treatments?
Can I get both of you to roll me a wisdom saving throw?
18.
And wisdom -1, 13.
13. Okay. Judge, you have the ability to go into and out of this dialect. So it's something you can choose to do or not do. That's entirely up to you. Tasha, same thing. My main man, Alistair, you have a different language that you have been unlocking. It's much more mellifluous. There are dances and movements associated with certain words. It's very elegant. It requires a lot of your skills as a dancer to even be able to engage with the physical in combination with the verbal. John, you're not sure what's going on,
Great.
but your jaw is constantly tired and your throat is constantly a little bit torn up, and you feel like you have been learning and repeating saying phrases that it hurts to say. You don't know what they are, but you feel that that's what you've been learning.
There's something so very strange going on.
I think I'm actually gonna join their Patreon after today.
He's not showering.
If they have a Patreon, most likely.
Gaunt and sallow. He's not eating very much. Like, this is a person who is descending into madness, I think, thoroughly. And as you talk to him in this weird choppy accent, like, his voice is starting to get weirder and like that melodious. And I think he would just be kind of like in the corner, moving his arm and hand in a weird way while he talks. And he's just going to be like locking eyes with the judge and be like, they're getting to you.
No, they ain't. No, they ain't. No, and then the judge is going to smack the back of his own head.
Yep, and you are all immediately knocked unconscious by gas.
I was strolling through the gas one.
Yeah, it takes you the longest to go out, Alistair, because you love gas.
Sexy.
Do you know what? Can you roll a d20 for me? I need to know if you get another 20.
Yeah, I'm loving the gas. Oh, natty 15.
Natty 15 is okay, but it's not 20. 20 stuff starts to get even weirder. Do you know, I will get a roll from the other three of you. We're just fishing for nat 20s here. It's a luck roll.
12.
Also 12.
No, I have a 2.
All right. It continues as possible. The next day, you are brought in for your separate hypnomat therapy judge, and Tina appears and says, all right, so let's see if you know what you're doing now. Daka, what it mean?
Am I
Roll me
strapped
a-
down?
Yeah. Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw? Yeah, man. She's not unbelievably loose in a room
What kind
with
of a
her.
question
Nat
is that?
20.
Hey.
Nat 20. You know exactly what Daka means. Daka is a reference to how loud and powerful a gun is when it fires.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
More Daka, louder, more dangerous, better gun.
Hot dog.
What's Daka?
Hot dog.
Oh.
All right. Teeth. You know exactly what teeth are. Teeth are currency. Physical teeth from someone's head that are used as cash.
Oh my god. Starfish.
Snotling.
Fuck you.
Okay.
What?
Well, I guess it's not deception if he said "fuck you." So you don't want to reveal whether or not it's working for you or not?
Let me check my wallet. Oh! Gives a
He
finger.
pulls out a middle finger from a pretend fake wallet.
Where he's tied to a chair, it's like he can't even reach anywhere. It's just a
So
little
it's
finger.
just like his wrist. Ugh. This still means the same thing, I take it, in the future.
That is extremely problematic.
Oh, you think so?
I'm going to talk to the client and find out if I can hurt you.
Well, go ahead. I enjoy the gas.
The gas doesn't hurt you. Remember that tooth? That's hurting you. You think you could dispense justice without hands? Or arms?
I mean,
Feet?
yes, but
Eyes?
it'd just be tough.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, I'll have to talk to the client.
I'll be here.
You will be. And she turns and exits. Okay.
Asking for your wallet when you're strapped down to give someone the finger is very funny.
That's very good.
Let me just check my savings account. Tricked you.
Gotcha. She comes back a half hour later, where you've just been sitting in silence in this room. She says, all right, so checked with the client. Doesn't want me to hurt you any more than is necessary, which is a really interesting loophole, but I think I could hurt you a lot and it wouldn't actually help. I guess we could just give up on educating you, and that'd be, I think, a tremendous cost to you in the future, but technically not my fault, which means the client can't get mad.
If you're trying to use me as a weapon,
I cannot. You are so frustrating because I don't care about you. I've told you this 100 times. I have no plan for you. You are so disinteresting to me. You're not even entertaining like a fun you fight back in an interesting way. You are here because someone paid me to bring you here and do the things to you that I am doing to you. And when I have completed my contract, you will be gone and I will be paid. My stakes here are 0.
so I'm not providing you with a good time, is what you're saying.
I mean, yes, but you picked like one thing of the 5 things I'm trying to cover here.
Sorry, yes, I am providing you with a good time, or yes, I'm not providing you with a good time.
Yes, I'm not.
We're gonna break this down even more simply.
All right.
I can keep teaching you things that my client wants me to teach you.
Boring.
That my client thinks will be very important to your future. Or I cannot. But I just want to make sure, she gestures for a servo skull to come in, that we get this answer down. I don't want to torture you. I don't think that will help. I can't educate you if you won't participate in the education. So I need you to say to the servo skull that you opt out of the education. And then we don't have to do this little dance anymore.
Okay. And then he spits at her.
She's got to be ready for this.
Nat 20.
Oh,
no.
She can only prepare so much.
Twin.
And you realize she stands still to let it hit her and turns to the servo skull and says, answer given, education complete. Then she turns and exits the room. You are brought back to yourself.
Cool. Great. That's what I wanted.
And you continue to be left in your cell every day as the others are brought out to hypnomat training.
Can I see them through the cell?
You are still there at night as all this is happening, but through the days you are locked in your cell and you are not permitted to leave.
So I'm going insane in the cell. I'm like, Rex, come on, time for your walk. Oh, no. Where are you? Can you play, like, Regicide with yourself?
If you are smart enough to be able to picture and memorize the entire board and where you move all the pieces, it's like people who can play chess just talking through it out loud.
So the judge is attempting that.
Great. Can you roll me? I'm going to say, I think, a history.
That's 13.
You're not great at it, but you're getting a little better every day as this goes.
Ah, Regicide. Very good. Oh, I hope death comes soon. There's nothing to live for. There's just
And as dozens and dozens of days more pass, you start to learn over the conversations that you're having with the rest of your fellow prisoners at night when they are brought back from their training. I'm assuming you guys would be openly discussing what's going on, but I could be wrong. What is happening during your daytimes is you are all learning languages, you are learning skills, you are learning conditional cues, society, culture, but for very different things. Tasha, you are learning to speak the orc language. How the orcs refer to a collection of their weaponry, how their basic ecology and biology works. You're also learning about their gods, their clans, essentially all of the elements required to be an orc, how their warband structure works versus their tribal structure, and how their society and general politics work. An orc-education, if you will, has been taking place for you.
Okay. I'm getting my doctorate.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's so good.
Tyler,
Ooh, that made me mad.
you're making us all look bad.
Alistair, you are becoming Aeldari Alistair.
Hey.
You have learned the Aeldari language. You are learning their politics. You are learning their gods, their myths, their legends, their various craft worlds, all the things you would be expected to know as a respected and trusted member of Aeldari society. There are limitations to what you can learn because you have a human physicality. The Aeldari is just more graceful to be able to speak the language, but because of your courtesan and dancer skills, kind of the high-level physical performance, you are able to perform it far better than others. In the same way that we talked about, like, Morgan's Drukhari is not great because she can't do the physicality that matches.
Yep.
You can do it clumsily. So you can speak Aeldari like a child might. They'd still be a little more fluent than you and a little more fluid, but you can speak it passively in a way that I think an Aeldari would respect with the amount of focus that you have. John, yours is perhaps the most unsettling because you are learning a series of cult rituals.
There we go.
You're being taught about the dark gods. You're being taught about ceremonies, you know, the call and responses that are used. You are able to speak a variety of dark tongues that you are being introduced to, some of them warp-based, some of them the equivalent of kind of Lord of the Rings black speech. If you were to go meet a ship, you could speak the language that was required to speak with them. It seems like you were receiving a very chaos cultist education, along with some mild and very limited warpcraft. You learn the words. You are not allowed to speak them while conscious. They're only being spoken under the hypnomat. Should you speak them aloud, you are gassed immediately.
Oh, well, I found that out.
Yes,
early.
you did find that out. So I'm telling you that in advance. You guys are coming back. The judge is not a part of this any longer. The judge is not being brought for hypnomat therapy. The judge is not being educated in anything. The judge is just there at night, probably trying to get you to meditate, reminding you that you're heroes of the Imperium. I would love another 50 days later to hear the conversation happening around the table as you have all been drawn deeper and deeper into this training, and the judge is outside of it in his cell.
So, how was school today?
Judge, how did you get out of it? How did you make them stop?
Spitting in the face seems to do the trick.
What?
We fast forward to the next night. It did not work, John.
Did it, damn it.
You're missing a pinky finger.
I think like halfway through this like process, I think Alistair turned the corner and has gone like full Stockholm syndrome and loves this now. Loves this and like every time he sees the judge and sees you guys like meals and stuff like that, he'll be like, "This, what a great day! These gifts they've given us, and this education, Judge. You don't know what you're missing out on. What I've learned."
Poison chalice. He's drunk from the poison chalice, everybody.
Oh, Judge, you are so naive in your little square cell. You don't know what you're missing. You don't know anything.
I know something you don't.
Like what?
I know that a man, when left with enough time, can learn to play regicide by himself and win.
It's gone mad.
Lost in your little games. Your mind gets smaller every day, and ours grows limitless. Look Look what John knows.
No, I don't know what to think.
Yeah, I can see it.
Everyone, please, can we not fight?
Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You're fine. Yeah, you almost wanted to hit the table and threaten everyone in Orcish, but you managed to swallow that urge.
Yep.
Am I aware what they've been learning?
That's a big question.
Yeah.
Because it undoubtedly affects how the judge considers all of you and how you would all consider the judge. But at the same time, if you're all learning alien languages, if you're all learning alien skills, if you're all learning to adapt to alien cultures, how much do you really want to tell an Imperial Arbites?
This episode of Agents of
No.
Voices of Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, Josh
Should I play episode 1 perhaps?
Ryan Plant. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Agents of the Inquisition's artwork was created by Del Borovic. Our theme song is The Hordes by Megan McDuffie, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazz.
Okay, let's listen from episode 1.
Of the 41st millennium, the galaxy has been torn in half. The Imperium of Man, the galaxy-spanning human empire after 10,000 years of collapse, was at the brink when the Black Crusade, the 13th Black Crusade of Abaddon the Despoiler, tore free of the Eye of Terror that had been containing it, and in one massive fell stroke created the Cicatrix Maledictum, a warp storm that split the galaxy in half, leaving the fragmented remnants of the Imperium, still barely holding themselves together as Imperium Vigilus. And on the dark side of that rift, cut off from each other, cut off from humanity, cut off from hope, is Imperium Nihilus. Those people trying to survive the predations of the dark. And yet, from this terrible event came great hope. The return of the Primarchs, Rabute Gilliman, and the myth, the legend, Lionel Johnson. New crusades were formed, Primaris Marines were created, new lines were drawn, and new heroes were made, were named, were created, and some of them were unknown. Some of them, the silent partners, the people behind the shadows, the people making great changes critical to the survival of humanity in taking its next step forwards instead of a final step back. And one of those people is Morgan Rawls, an interrogator of the Inquisition, an Inquisitor-to-be. She is under the tutelage of Inquisitor Lucius Valentine, a divisive figure within the Inquisition itself, having drawn the attention of its highest heights as he drew the attention of Rabute Gilliman, the Primarch, the Imperial Regent himself, on his adventures. Which is why, though she has trained for 10 long years, Morgan Rawls is still in prison. Morgan, you've trained under a variety of instructors that have been brought in for weeks at a time before they've disappeared again from your life. You have not been able to have weapons outside of weapons training, but you have had your own space, your own clothes, your chances to learn the skills that you had been missing when you were plucked from obscurity and became a part of what is now colloquially known as the Valentine Heresy, though the fact that you were alive makes it very clear that it was not that heretical, because you're in prison on Terra. They'd burn you real quick under the current circumstances if that were true. You've had 10 years to learn how to fight, how the Imperium functions, to learn the superficial necessities and the cruel realities of Imperial life, on top of picking up skills that you had previously lacked but now have gained. You're a capable pilot. You're now capable of hand-to-hand combat in the nastiest ways possible, and you've studied more both deception, persuasion. You're a master of intrigues, politics, investigation, all of these things. What do you look like, and what are you wearing? You can wear anything. The world and the galaxy is your oyster in terms of clothing that you would have access to. So what does Morgan look like inside this prison?
Morgan Rawls looks not much like a prisoner. She looks very fancy. She's a tall lady. She's about 5'11", super leggy. She's got long, black, wavy hair down to her shoulders. She looks a bit like Eva Green, but pointier, sharper, a little rougher around the edges. She's got a little bit of scarring on her face and scarring on her chest. So even though from a distance she would look like just a very normal lady standing there, once you get up close to her, you see that she has a very hard expression and that she has seen things. But the outfits that she's wearing since she's in prison and she can get whatever she wants and she's not out doing missions or doing anything, she's like, I want fancy things. So she has leather pants and high leather boots in black, and then a luxurious blue ruffled shirt that's shiny, and she has nice earrings and jewelry on. She looks more well-to-do. If you looked at her at a glance, you'd think maybe this is someone of royal status or someone who has some sort of standing in the Imperium.
Fantastic. So you are sitting in your cell, which you have decorated with all of the things you've managed to collect over these 10 years. There are books that you've been given, specific texts that you need to study, some of which are chained or locked up with gene-coded buttons because they are not acceptable.
BRB.
You were an interrogator of the Inquisition, and they are Terran prison guards in a forbidden facility. What are you doing right now? What is a down activity for you?
A down activity for Morgan, she would be reading, but she would be reading a book out loud to one of the guards. Like just a story, something that she knows they're allowed to have, but just to entertain herself and hear herself talk, but also has been subtly trying to see any of these guards she can win over, any of these guards she can get to break or talk to her or smirk at her. She's a little bit flirty with these guards while she's sitting there hanging out.
Fabulous. I would love to hear the end of this story you are telling to Ket Then, one of your jailers.
And the two of them settled down, and they looked out into the sunset, and it was the most beautiful sunset ever, for they had found one another through all trials and tribulations, and they would remain there until their dying day. What do you think, Kat? Is that beautiful?
Can you roll me either a performance or a persuasion?
Sure. I'm going to roll a performance.
Good start.
Yep.
It's a 22.
It's just so beautiful. Outside, your guard, to be clear, Ket Then is a retired inquisitorial stormtrooper. So this is a stone-faced, multiple murderer, multiple mind wipes, absolute imperial badass. He is sobbing at the beauty of this story. I just can't believe it. The people can go off the air.
It's true. Some people in the Imperium, if we manage to keep it safe, will have love that lasts a lifetime.
Maybe I hope that happens for them.
I hope so too, Kat.
And a klaxon goes off. A loud alarm with flashing orange light, which you know, Morgan, means someone is coming into the wing.
Yeah.
Red is the things are going wrong.
Understood.
That has happened a couple of times. But orange is someone is coming in. And a moment later, you hear Kedges go, yes, Inquisitor. Excellent. Please move on, Mr. Then. I'm going to be taking the prisoner somewhere else. You got clearance? Are you all right? Yes, sir. Yes, I'm fine. Good, go. You hear Ket stomp off, and the door to your cell, there's a loud clank as it unlocks and it opens. And you see your Inquisitor, of all the Inquisitors in the galaxy, Inquisitor Lucius Valentine, who is dressed, as always, vaguely like an Imperial Commissar. He has the long great coat, he has the peaked cap, he is in the silver carapace breastplate with an Imperial eagle on the front of it. But everywhere you would normally see just the aquila or a sign of the Astra Militarum, it has the Inquisitorial eye. It's a custom suit that has been made for Valentine. He is tall and imposing. He's got a strange combination of action hero meets intellectual vibes. He's about 6'4". He's a mix between John Krasinski and Stephen Merchant, if you just average them out in the middle. And he has extensive scarring. He has scars that run along his temples, out from his eyes. And his eyes have been replaced with elaborate augmetics, almost clockwork style with emeralds around the pupils. They give him a complete lack of expression while also a tremendously piercing gaze, which is in no way offset by his smile that is permanently on. He's always in charm mode, but he is tremendously uncharming. He has a rizless aura while trying to be your best friend at the same time. You have grown very used to this and are able to see through his facial expressions that are very distracting in combination with his augmetics. And he seems pleased
You're also surprised when you look down to see that he has weapons on his hips, which are normally not allowed inside the prison, which would suggest that something has changed over the last 10 years. He has been able to visit when he can. He sent you trainers. He sent you materials. He's been very explicit in the things that he can be, but he has been fighting for the two of you to get cleared from the charges of your previous adventure.
Yep.
Flying past him, his servo skull, Eugene, soars into the room and starts batting against your servo skull, which is in the back corner of the... Eugene, behave yourself. That's not what we do here. Come on, over here.
Morgan is ignoring that. She's poised. She's sitting on the side of her cot with her legs crossed and slowly closes the hardcover book with her fingers across the top of it and looks up at Inquisitor Valentine smiling and... Inquisitor Valentine, I was going to ask what is the pleasure of your company.
Does OctoWoW, oh no, CappyWoW have freaking asking game?
Certain complications politically that can occur on this lovely planet. All of them, of course, given to us by the Emperor. There are no problems. There are just interesting challenges that have been set for us as what a gift they are.
Of course.
Well, then I need you to come with me.
Morgan stands up and just tosses the book backwards into the other room. Where are we going?
You're going to be interrogated by psychers as a panel from the Adeptus Astra Telepathica who have determined that they have the right to be the final say on your innocence or guilt. So please come with me. And he starts walking and talking you down the hallway. You're going to be seen by a panel of 3 of their highest ranked psychers, some of them telepaths, but most of them having strong mental abilities. They're going to be able to read your mind and determine if you are speaking the absolute truth or not, essentially testing you for corruption internally. You've already been cleared physically, as we know, and you've gained a certain number of skills. I will be with you for as much of the examination as is possible. They are going to want you to be completely honest, and I want you to be completely honest, he says, holding out a hand to you. I've also brought you a gift. This is for you.
A gift for me, Inquisitor.
It is a necklace on a very fine chain, and at the end of it is a pendant. You recognize this pendant as an aquila in its shape, but it's made up...
I can ask. I have not tried that myself. And hello, Cybran. Or Bob. Bob Dole.
Remember from your very brief visit to the Black Library, one of the materials inside this pendant, the rest seem to be of human origin. There are small shards of wraithbone that have been worked into the wings of this aquila. So definitely illegal.
Okay.
Definitely forbidden. Not for the Inquisition.
Let's see what they answer.
You see this on maybe a rogue trader, maybe an Inquisitor. It's also fun for me as the GM because your character would know all of these things. So I'm not telling you stuff you don't know after all of the studying that you've done. You were brought down a series of hallways. As you're moving through, you are...
Holy crap, how fast is it, chat?
These prison guards of your kind of high intensity, high security wing until you are brought through a maze. It's purposefully designed to be confusing. This is a high level Terran prison. So hallways shift. It's a building, a box within a box within a box. If you're picturing kind of the lament configuration a la Hellraiser, that's...
Oh, hello, Seaman.
All of the other people in here. You've not interacted with other prisoners, just your trainers and the staff, but you're aware of the level of threat that is kept inside this building.
Right.
Until you end
Okay, so right now it seems no one has answered.
door. Massive.
I could check the forums.
Morgan's looking down at the necklace, and it gives her a mixture of feelings because this aquila, but with the illegal wraithbone in it, it reminds her of herself, of something that is upstanding and part of the Imperium, but also has been tainted by something. And so it gives her mixed feelings, but she tries to focus on the fact that it's a gift from Valentine, and then also that Valentine told her to be honest. So she looks at him and nods, and if you want me to, I will be completely honest.
Valentine looks at you, and there's a very measured moment. And he says, I would like you to be honest. This is an example of our version of Thieves' Cant. Because we are playing a Warhammer...
Ah, Bronze Bird, is that part of the Ascension servers?
I can't really take that credit. But reskinned for ourselves. An inquisitorial staff, and high-ranking members all have their own coded language, where between physicality, inflection, and other things, they all are able to speak saying two things at once. We've kind of expressed this idea a little bit further than it has existed in other games, where they've often used the term glossia, which is a reference from Inquisitor Eisenhorn, who had a poetic language that he used with his followers, where they've then been like, the whole Inquisition uses it, which is insane, because it would mean the Inquisition...
It seems no one in world chat has answered, so...
languages and inflections, where you can kind of pick up on that secondary language, aka...
maybe not yet.
Not telling you that you must be completely honest. He's leaving...
Oh yeah, the 21 classes is the newest one, I guess.
You should be completely honest.
My friends jumped on that ship, but I feels like that's not WoW classic, so I'm just gonna keep on this server for now. At least until I hit 60.
Yep. He'll say, please put on the gift.
And she's gonna put on this necklace.
Valentine turns away and speaks into a microbead that he has clipped to his collar. And a moment later, 4 active Inquisitorial stormtroopers in full black carapace armor with subtly inlaid black Inquisitorial...
I mean, if the Astra team accidentally releases or loses their version to Octo, maybe they could implement it. Because Unreal Engine 5 in World of Warcraft seems really sweet. In terms of performance, at least.
In the middle of this circular room, and raised in front of it, nearly 15 feet up, peering down from positions of absolute authority, are 3 outlines of people. Vaguely lit from behind, you cannot see their faces, you cannot see what is going on up there. You hear the buzz of servo skulls hovering around above you. You can hear the scratch of a quill on parchment.
Well... As I said, maybe if they got like a unreleased version they could work on, that wouldn't track or trace them to the Unreal Astra team. Because that was the issue, I think, with anything private-based server. It's traceable back to you as a developer, and then you're effed.
In the quiet and take a seat.
And I can't fathom how Blizzard has not done the same thing. I'm just gonna pause the podcast. I mean, if you look at the upcoming Halo remake in Unreal Engine 5, it looks really good. And I'm going to play that when it comes out in 3 days, if you have a Game Pass. And because if you use Unreal Engine 5, it makes it much easier to port the game to, I mean, even some mobiles would be able to run it, if it's strong enough. So I'm not sure why Blizzard/Microsoft is being so damn slow implementing new engines. But it's a shame. But then again, modders have always been like one step ahead of developers usually, so because the community is always larger than a game company, I guess.
Not inside this central beam of light, he's just touching it, but present.
Which she appreciates. She likes.
Yeah, true. I mean, even though, because all the developers are using the Tor network, so it will be really hard to track them down.
Valentine beside you stiffens and says, "She's changed it."
Ah, hei sann, Nemis. Takk for at du stopper innom.
The chosen nomenclature.
Det var trivelig.
It's not an untruth if it's been used for 30 or 40 years. Please, let's just move along.
You will wait until Project Reforge make Octo texture pack?
Can you roll me a perception?
It is 19.
Cheated.
You feel the sensation, the impression of fingers just pressing against your scalp, reaching in past the skin as though they're touching the very edges of your brain, of your mind with these questions. It's clear that there is some psyker powers in effect. They're reaching.
Yeah, I'm at least interest, or what you say. I'm gonna check out the stuff Blizzard is going to make with the Classic Plus, but I'm not really I don't have really high hopes. I guess that's how we say it, for what they're gonna do.
I was seconded to the Inquisition by Inquisitor Kanehurst.
If it would have been like Valve that have said that they're gonna release something soon, it would maybe be more interesting, because they usually release something really good.
Until we ended up here on Terra. And then I have been in prison.
Blizzard has been like Nintendo, so basic in a long time.
Such a vague covering of what you've done, perhaps to hide something. Everything she's done is a matter of Imperial record. I'm sure you're able to read, considering you're able to read minds. Would you like me to find someone who could read the record in this room, so maybe you could pick it up that way if it's too challenging for you to look at text? You are an unpleasant man. No, I'm an Inquisitor. You see these three figures look at each other at the top of this.
It's crazy the GM is playing role playing like two characters at the same time.
And then we will decide if this prisoner will live or die. I find that acceptable. Goodbye. Lucius Valentine turns on a heel and walks out, closing the wooden door behind him. And you realize these three questions are going to be the determiners of your fate, as you can feel these fingers on the outside of your mind. You're realizing they're not all the way in. You don't know how all the way in they're going to get.
Right.
But you're feeling this as it happens. You have your instinctual psych training that allows you to pick up on a little bit of this. Do you think the Black Library healed you, removed your scars during your brief time there? Or was it the Emperor?
The Emperor did it.
Is that true or false?
That's true to her belief.
Great. Roll me a persuasion.
11.
Interesting. You feel the fingers sink a little deeper into your mind. Why did you join the Inquisition? After all you'd experienced, every reason to distrust it. Why join? Again with Valentine. Why stay? He offered you a way out and you chose this.
First, it was for...
I guess it's a party going on now at DJ Whiskey's Twitch channel.
Is that true?
That's true.
Roll me a persuasion.
That's a dirty 20.
You feel these fingers in your mind shifting, moving back and forth, but no deeper. Still just penetrating the flesh of your brain. It's an itching sensation. Would you hide your discomfort, or would you let them see it?
She's trying to hide it.
Great. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Yep. It's a 14.
14. You are wincing, but your body is holding still.
Right.
So it's clear that you have control, that it is uncomfortable, that it's happening. And the three ask their final question. What would make you betray your oath? What would make you turn away from the Emperor? What situation, what trigger, under what circumstance would that happen? And know that we can see into your mind.
Nothing would ever make me betray the Emperor.
True or false?
False.
Roll me a deception.
I'm going to use one of my luck points to have advantage on this.
There you go.
Nice.
Wise.
Very nice.
There we go. Oh, Come on, Morgan. Deception is, so it's a 16.
16. Okay.
It's a good modifier.
Mm-hmm. With a nat 20,
Oh.
the Cypher panel looks at you and says,
Our verdict is decided. Inquisitor?
door opens. Valentine walks in again with his inquisitorial stormtroopers, the 4 of them stepping in behind him.
I'm glad this is complete and somewhat efficient. What is your ruling? We rule that your interrogator is a heretic and deserves execution.
Interesting. Gentlemen, Sebastian Thor. And 4 hell rifles pop up and immediately open fire, pumping last bolts through all 3 of the psych interrogators. Fall to the ground. And Valentine turns to you saying, well, that was unfortunate, but they have absolutely no jurisdiction here, so I was trying to be politically nice. This will carry forward with your story. Are you ready for your first mission? Just kidding, come on. He scoops an arm under yours and guides you out of the room, where you begin making a tactical exit from this prison very, very quickly. 2 stormtroopers stay behind to secure the doors to make sure no one can go in, and you are brought out of the facility and into a sky car that immediately takes you.
Cheers.
All doing that very professional walk, not a sprint, but
I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'll just say 250.
that are getting you clear of this location. Can you roll me a perception?
17.
One thing that you notice that is of interest to you is this does not look like Valentine's normal rosette. You've seen the one that he has had for a long time with the red gem at the center that's got kind of a square structure around it, kind of the Iron Cross-esque vibe with the inquisitorial symbol on it.
That's my time now. It's almost 1 o'clock.
Great.
Then you're into a sky car and flown away from this facility.
No, almost Danish.
Itself is tremendously
I just speak without the potato in my throat.
security checks, but there are different facilities, some of them, the Hall of Justice, the Inquisitorial Palace, any of the High Lords locations. They have
Let's say
enough ability to be able to bring ships down from orbit and actually.
If I say hva gjør du in Norwegian, if I say the same thing in Danish, if I'm not mistaken, that means hva laver du? So yeah, it's a little difference, but oh wait, let me just double check that if I'm not mistaken too much. Yeah, I'm right. Okay, someone can also say hva gjør du? But you still have that weird potato in your throat. So I guess if you like potatoes, Danish is the word or language for you.
To the surface or relatively above the surface, and your sky car is taking you above the Fortress of the Inquisition to a ship.
Okay.
You land inside the docks. Valentine has just told you to not talk.
Yep.
Cleared all the security clearances, got you onto this ship, and he brings you into, from the sky car, steps you sideways to a massive lander that is prepping itself to take off. You can see inquisitorial stormtroopers are getting on, a number of other retinue. Not that you would recognize any of these figures, but you can see Adeptus Mechanicus. There's death cultists. They're kind of just a parade worth of outfits, because anytime large numbers of inquisitors go anywhere, it's every weirdo you've ever seen who has a skill set that inquisitor needed one time is still there. Veteran inquisitors, you've learned, can have retinues of hundreds, if not thousands of people. New inquisitors tend to have a smaller number because they're dealing with smaller cases.
Oh, it's a scooter song that's playing. How much is the fish?
You're going on that ship, and you're going to take off now. What I can tell you is your orders come from the Imperial Regent, Rabute Gilliman himself.
Are you all bots or something?
But you will be operating under what shall be called
Yes, I see.
Yes, no one will know you're alive, and no one will know you're part of the Inquisition. Unfortunately, I need to make things even worse for you because of the way that this task is going to go about. It'll be recorded that this rosette, and he produces a special condition rosette, which you heard about, which means an Inquisitor is going underground. They're going to lose all contact with the Inquisition. They're also acknowledging that. So if somebody finds them, they can present a special condition rosette. But for other people, that either means like, trust me, I didn't steal this. I'm a cop who's so undercover you've never heard of it. There's some dangerous follow-ups with that. But Valentine explains to you, they're going to believe this is stolen. They'll believe that you killed those 3 scientists.
You have destroyed the sanctity of the world, chat.
But frankly, this will make things more convincing than otherwise. This will be your rosette. You'll be able to use this and present it at times you are required to. However, it will be marked as stolen. If you try to pull inquisitorial powers or my powers anywhere in larger planets, large city centers, anywhere where they can check it against the Inquisition database, you will be logged as a heretic, a traitor, excommunicat traitoris, and they will burn you to death. Do you understand?
I understand.
Wonderful. We've had many conversations about the type of Inquisitor you may one day be, whether you'll be a monodominant, a Thorian, one of the radicals, kicking in doors and declaring your...
I'm surprised that there are less people online.
Step down a darker path quicker.
When USA has its highest population or people awake compared to Europe.
Imperium is functioning just fine as it is. We should just maintain the status quo. The Emperor had a plan. We may not know what...
Yes, Octo server has its peak when Europe is awake.
Not ruffling too many feathers. The choices you make will be entirely up to you. Whether you decide to show this rosette and try to flex the muscles that you have, or whether you decide to hide it, that will be entirely up to you. I set you up with an identity. We took the rogue trader certificate that had been used for one Rawls Vaughn, your previous captain in a previous life, who we now know is dead, and had that transferred to a name.
Oh shit. 2 enemies.
Something else. It's a big galaxy, so if they've heard of Morgan Rawls, the corrupt interrogator, you're in trouble no matter what.
Do I want to have to deal with 2 names forever? That's what the ship is going to be under.
That is what your rogue trader certificate. That'll be like a fake ID you can use when you go places. Who do you want to introduce yourself as when you meet new people if they believe you are your rogue trader persona? Or do you just want to be a Morgan Rawls?
So Morgan is thinking through the repercussions of all this, and yes, there being a small percentage chance of someone recognizing her name as being an interrogator is a risk. For a moment, she thinks maybe that would be an interesting risk of she would instantly know if someone was onto her, but it feels like too close, too much. But having a completely different name and having had to deal with that for a long time is also very annoying. So as her brain ticks through all of the options, she looks at Inquisitor Valentine and says, "Put it down as Captain Morgan Sharp."
Understood. We'll arrange your warrant of trade to be under that name. After this ship, you'll be transferred to a civilian vessel. Will be a number of different rides to get you out to where you need to be. Along the way, there will be 3 operatives that I believe will be of great use to you. Each of them in their personnel files are here. He hands you a data slate.
Great.
Once you arrived, there will be a ship for you to take under the name of Captain Morgan Sharp, and there will be a savant. The rest of the tools that you need to carry out your missions. I won't know exactly what they are because it will take you some time to arrive where you are going from here on Terra. You'll have what you need. What you're doing could save the Imperium, and failing to do it could doom the Imperium.
That is how it always is.
Ironically, no, but in this case, very much yes.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
Good luck, Interrogator. I'll see you when I can.
I hope to see you again soon.
That would be pleasant.
Yeah, I should probably go to bed soon. It's getting late here.
Your journey across the galaxy on these short...
Hello, John.
Some of them longer, some of them shorter, some of them comfortable, some of them very cheap. The data slate that you have tells you...
How is Florida today? Or this, I guess, night? Oh, shit. Yo!
As you are journeying, you begin studying your targets, your future operatives, the ones who will help you complete the missions that will come out in front of you. The question is, when you look at the Crusader, the Witch Hunter Psyker, and the Arbites Judge, Who do you want to pick up first?
First, the arbiter.
Wet and stormy. Okay.
You are making
Yeah, we had some rain here today as well, actually.
that your estate is based on.
That's
Not too much, but
You are
then again, you have the disadvantage in Florida. It's pretty flat.
that you know on your records as Judge Buchanan Rex. There's an audio file describing the judge to you from Valentine. He was
If I remember correctly, Florida was almost like Denmark, totally flat.
parents died in a tragic accident. He was moved into the Schola Progenium, trained at the Hall of Justice on Terra itself, and he was on the fast track to become one of the most senior and capable Arbites possible. They advanced him beyond Trooper, the lower statuses of Arbites, up to nearly a full judgeship where he was sent out to a hinterworld, one at the edges of the Ultima Segmentum, Reskel. He was placed under the mentorship of Judge Reinhard Ghoul. After a number of years, somewhere between 50 to 100, records are somewhat flexible, Ghoul died, according to Imperial records. The death itself was questionable.
God damn, so much leatherworking stuff dropping here.
Seen as somewhat above that. Overall, he'd been trusted. He'd had excellent.
Yeah, flat and sandy with beaches.
To be honest, a bit of a shithole, but he did his best. With
Or did it mean beaches?
getting a commendation from the Ultramarines chapter, which is highly impressive. He did
Yeah, it's always funny if you Google Florida man and your date of birth.
this, and he was stepping
Always something funny happening that date.
they didn't need to know. We got him his family estate from his previous era of existence in his childhood on Womb, and we transported him and his now extended family, after several 100 years of service, to that estate, which means we're protecting his family, and we have the ability to call him into service when we need to. It's not blackmail, but it's not blackmail, is what I would say about the whole situation. It's rather nice to have leverage on someone who is pretty talented. I believe he'll stay in the right overall. He's a useful tool. He has more knowledge than most inquisitorial operatives do at higher levels of government, and he's more capable and aware of compromise than many of the more Puritan followers you may be able to find. I don't know much about his personality. I'm sure you'll be able to handle it. It's one of the things that I ultimately believe in you. You are reading this over as you are on the estate, on Womb, and you raise your magnoculars and you look into the estate and you can see
Ooh, a shield.
Judge Buchanan Rex with his grandkids out in the woods. They're away from his home. This is a massive estate, a truly noble aristocratic estate. And Judge Rex is out in the wooded area where there's a little bit of a hunting reserve. Some of this was tailored by the judge. Some of this was just handed down to him from the property. When she looks at you, Judge, you're out for an adventure in the woods, in your downtime with your grandkids. What are you wearing and what do you look like?
Buchanan is more of a refined gentleman, or at least that's what he believes. He considers himself a Renaissance man, so I would believe he'd be wearing just some loose clothing. There is some pieces of armor. He might be wearing a
Yeah, that's the last beer of the day.
perhaps a large rifle for hunting.
Or
on the
night.
side is a nice puffy ascot right now. He wears a skullet. He has a skullet. He's very much like a Patrick Stewart, but much taller, ropier, thicker, hardier, a jutting jaw, and just some scarring going down his lips. Having worn a mask for the majority of his life, that seems to be one of the only vulnerable pieces that was exposed, and it has been worn down by time. So yeah, just this is his casual wear, his refined casual wear. So think, puffy velvet ascot and what are those puffy pants? What are they wear? Like, have you ever seen the royal family hunting in the brush?
Jodhpurs.
What are they
They're
called?
called jodhpurs.
He's wearing some jodhpurs and tall knee-high boots.
Fantastic.
Yes.
You are out in the woods tromping around.
Did you say knee high or knee how? I guess knee high.
Trying to explain that despite the fact that you look to be about 60, you're closer to 700, is a little beyond the average 6-year-old. They'll get there eventually,
but there have been a lot of generations of your family as things have gone down. You are out here, and your granddaughter, we're putting the big air quotes around that, your granddaughter Vi is standing over a rabbit. Just a classic Terran rabbit, and she just has tears pouring down her face. This rabbit has an arrow through it, and it's clearly dead.
I'm so sorry, my darling.
It was just so cute, and now it's dead, and I don't like hunting, I don't like hunting, I don't like hunting. The bow that she used to fire the arrow is on the other side of the clearing, thrown aside after she successfully hit the rabbit, and she's just devastated to have killed something for the very first time. You were here for this formative moment. What do you say, Judge Buchanan Rex?
I don't think he's familiar with this form of guilt that she's feeling, so I think he's misunderstanding her sadness. Yes. I'm afraid it's a poor kill. I'm sure you want a do-over. I can get one of the servants to bring you some more rabbits, and you can kill it to your pleasure.
What?
Servitor! Come here, servitor.
And the servitor staggers out. It's a relatively solidly put together model. It's got robotic legs, one robotic arm with a tray on the end, and a free hand holding down two more rabbits on this tray that are a little bit dosed and a little bit dozy. And the servitor steps up, both its eyes augmetic replacements and a grill.
Okay, so who he was new?
And it moves its one hand, and a rabbit hops off the plate onto the ground.
Okay. Well, Vi, go ahead, grab your bow and arrow, and shoot away to your heart's content. I only want happiness for you.
No, I don't want to kill. I don't like that I killed that one. I want all the rabbits to live forever.
What?
It's so cute. I want to protect it. Why do we have to hurt it? It's so cute.
Servitor, could you collect the rabbits and leave us for just a few moments?
Rabbit cat. And it staggers over, and let's just see how this goes. Oh, the servitor's pretty good. That's a miracle. He rolled a 17. He needed that because he's -1. And he scoops up the rabbit and goes, well returned. And turns and hear it stomp off into the woods.
I'm going to get up close to Vi, and I'm going to kneel down. I'm just going to look at her in the eyes and just try to analyze how she's feeling. Just take this off.
I think I'm gonna let the stream play a little more while I brush my teeth, and I will say goodbye soon. Or good night.
You don't enjoy doing what's natural?
I don't like killing. Why would I like this? Why do people do this for fun? This is insane.
Well, there's not much in the way of fun in most of the galaxy. I would think this would be nice for you. I mean, this is a world you must get used to if you wish to thrive, my dear Vi.
I have to keep killing to thrive?
Yes, and I believe at a certain point you will be able to get fully detached.
When you kill, do you feel anything?
Nope.
Do you feel anything? I don't know if I've ever seen you have a feeling.
I have feelings. I just bottle them away.
How do you do that?
You bottle them away. I don't know. You do it enough, and eventually you just stop thinking about it. You feel better.
Can you roll me a persuasion?
Incredible. That's so funny.
That is a 4.
You're a bad man and you do bad things, and I don't want to live in this galaxy. And she storms off, and she goes over to the corner. She smashes her bow over her knee on the way, and she runs off crying.
Fine, that was an heirloom.
Morgan, you have a moment to approach now.
Perfect. Morgan has sent her servo skull over to the other side of the clearing, so she has a different view of the situation, because Morgan has a mind impulse unit in her head. She's light scarring over one side of her face because she has this computer in her brain that allows her to remotely control and see through her servo skull. So she uses it for general she's been in jail a long time, but she likes having multiple views of a situation and can watch her own back literally in that way. So has the servo skull go off to the side and walks out of the woods towards Judge Buchanan.
Can I hear this right away? Can I at least make a roll because he's
Roll perception. Yeah, I'm in.
gonna roll perception.
Do you want to roll stealth?
Yep.
If you're trying to sneak up on him.
This should be better.
Yeah.
That's an 11.
You do have a point of heroic inspiration every morning from being a human, which means you could re-roll.
I'm going to re-roll.
Okay.
And I use that. Thank you, my dear boy.
No problem, sir.
Okay, that's much better. 21.
21.
That beats my 15.
All right. You see her as she steps out of the woods to approach.
I immediately swivel behind, like I do a perfect 180, very coordinated, and I withdraw the rifle, and I have it pointed dead set at her face.
Yep. And Morgan is walking out of the woods, both of her hands up, and as soon as the gun is pointed at her face, she stops. She's looking at him with a pleasant smile.
Freeze right there. What are you doing on my grounds?
Hello, Judge Buchanan Rex. It seems that home life is a little difficult with the generations as they go on.
You haven't told me your name. And then I cock the rifle.
Mm-hmm. My name is Morgan Ross, and I have come to see you, to find you for the Inquisition.
The Inquisition wants an old boot like me?
Oh yes, we want you. I assume you haven't lost your killing edge.
Servitor? Rabbit.
Rabbit ho! And a rabbit comes sailing out of the woods and lands in the middle of the field, and it just starts taking off towards the distance.
Okay, and I'm just going to fire.
Great. Roll me a ranged attack.
Damn it. It's a 7.
7. You missed. The rabbit gets away.
That was so close to being cool. Oh, no.
Damn it. Well, Servitor, this is on you.
Noted.
Judge,
It's so funny.
He's so good at melee combat, but he's so bad at shooting.
I don't have my helmet on. When I have my helmet on, I'm in the zone.
So feckless, like immediately. He's just. Oh. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so.
Morgan,
funny.
what do you say?
yeah, Morgan walks up and approaches. Close
Yeah, I'm gonna get some rest soon.
Yeah, being on guard again, and she's just says,
I just had to brush my teeth.
I will have many opportunities for you to do so.
So, the Inquisition wants me back in service.
That's exactly it. We have a very important mission to go on.
Well,
Oh, thank you for the follow, whoever followed.
I do have a lot of progeny.
YouTube allows anonymous following, so I can't congratulate or say thank you.
It is exactly immediate. We have other operatives to pick up. So however quickly you can do this would be perfect.
Must be an adventurer. We don't get
I'm
many
going to be in
tourists
my
down this
estate.
way. Grab a chair and a drink. Make
I'll get
yourself
out of my
comfortable.
playtime
Say,
clothing
you look like you have some
and
meat on your bones. You
talk
thinking
with the
about competing
youngins.
in the cage matches?
Good day.
Thank you.
Servitor?
I love the guy, the GM.
Eliminate, and you hear a wet crunch from the woods.
Ooh.
Okay. That made me feel better.
I'll be waiting for you.
And he storms off.
24 hours later, Judge Buchanan Rex arrives at your ship, and you make your way to pick up the next operative.
Well, I will see you guys later, tomorrow, something. Most definitely gonna play tomorrow as well, since I have Monday off work as well, since I worked extra this Wednesday. Since my colleague had some issues, I had to step out and help him out. So yeah, have a good night and see you tomorrow. maybe. I'm just gonna stop the stream here. Yeah, good night.